pause here on this video with me for just a moment and allow me to speak to your soul, the parts of you that want to live a little more, the parts of you that are ready to go, that are ready to take that next step. And really, all that's holding you back is you, is your belief that you are worthy of that vision, of that dream, of living in that reality, of taking that next step, of doing that next thing, being that person, right? This is in some ways a practice of releasing the mind, of changing the mind, of being open to changing your belief system entirely if it calls for you to do so in order to align with that vision, right? To be in the vibration and the frequency of your dream realized, and knowing that it's already happening, it's already occurred, and having that faith and walking in that aligned faith every step of every day until it is actually realized in this lifetime for you in your now. It's a practice. It's an absolute practice, especially when, you know, you got to go out into the world, you got to take care of chores and errands and doing all these different things, right? And one thing I want to just say along your journey that I will offer is to move quietly as you can, because anything that you say and the things that you do have such an impact on that realized vision and dream. So sometimes it's a moment to go quiet. Sometimes it's a moment to move, you know, a little more stealthily. And that can feel kind of fun sometimes. I often feel this energy of like, you know, sneaking around with the universe. It kind of sparks that inner child play and curiosity, which I think are energies that are necessary to maintain the energy, right? The vibration of moving into this realized dream, the new timeline, right? So playing with that energy of like, ooh, you know, suddenly in like another week, I'll be doing X, Y, or Z. And so when I'm, you know, then reaching out to people, I will have to update them and let them know that I took a leap in my life and it is so different. And it looks like a larger leap for some people on the external or on the outside because they haven't seen all the behind the scenes, right? They haven't been seeing all the tiny steps that you've been taking, all the things that you're doing when nobody else is looking, right? All the hard work you've been putting in, the blood, the sweat, the tears, right? Those moments where you just feel like, you know, whatever you feel, maybe you want to give up, maybe you feel frustrated with how slow it's going. Maybe you feel tired with sometimes how fast things seem to be going and overwhelming it feels, right? I made a video on feeling overwhelmed. Oftentimes, especially in cities, right? In really dense areas where it's highly populated and there's more people and there's just a lot of this busy, go, go, go energy. It can easily spark feelings of overwhelm, easily spark feelings of like irritation, annoyance, frustration, right? All of those negative, vibey type energies. And it sounds, you know, quite hippie in some ways to say it like that, but it's the truth, you know? It is not the highest vibration of the timeline that you have envisioned for yourself, and you know it, and you can feel it in every fiber of your being. And as soon as you release all of that, and you allow yourself to just be in the feeling of the realized dream, of the other reality that you already have lived. Like you already have lived that. It's happened, it's occurred. Know it, believe it, without a shadow of a doubt, believe it. And every moment that your brain wants to insert, your inner critic wants to insert its voice onto you, to bring you down, to take you out, rewrite it. Say whatever you need to say it out loud, say it in your mind, write it down, look up some affirmations, right? Recode yourself. You can do that. At any moment, you can do that. You can say who you are, where you're going, what you're doing, what you're feeling. You can envision it and you can feel it in every part of you. And that is the key, in addition to staying aligned in your daily, right? And that's what I was saying, moving quietly sometimes is really important for that path. And also, I would say, to save your energy. Your energy is going to be so important at every step, at every phase of this, right? As you move through, because you also not only need to get to the realized dream, right? The new timeline, but then you need to be able to sustain that energy, that vibration and frequency in that new timeline. It's not going to be that you just get there and it's like, okay, cool. Things can unravel unless you are able to sustainably be in that new reality, in that realized dream. And in order to get to that point and to be able to sustain that, you need to have reserves. You need to be ready. You need to be prepared. And obviously, you can't be prepared for everything. There is no way to know all. We are but humble beings. We are light beings, and at some higher level, some distant outside, dimension reality that my own consciousness in this moment can't even describe to you with human words, there is a place where there is all-knowing and infinity, and it is probably wonderful and beautiful. And that is not where we are. We are recognizing that there's only so much that we are going to know, and the rest is to focus on the feeling, right? Focus on the feeling, focus on the frequency and the vibration of that. Focus on maintaining your energy and reserving your energy for what is most important. Stay focused on the vision, on the outcome, while also being in this energy of complete surrender to what the universe has in store for you, and know that it will align with what you have going on in here, with what you have going on in here, with what is truly aligned with your soul's calling. So I invite you to stay in alignment with the motion of your soul. If you wish to connect further for private guidance or readings, go ahead and check the description box below, and I will see you in the next video.